Hey everybody, what's going on, and welcome to Guns N' Roses Central. And today I want to talk about the 2009 incident when Axl Rose was headed to Southeast Asia to kick off Guns N' Roses' first tour since Chinese Democracy had come out the year before. And there was an incident with Paparazzi that you guys just saw. So this happened at LAX airport, and it was kind of funny. Nobody had seen Axl publicly in 2008 or 2009 until this incident. A lot of people found it weird that Chinese Democracy came out. Band didn't really do any tour or any press to promote it, and then all of a sudden they're playing Southeast Asia, and then it would be the start of a very long tour cycle to promote the actual album. And following this event, Axl Rose actually had his publicist, or the company that represented Guns N' Roses, put out a statement in regards to this scuffle. So there was a company called Levine Communications Office. It was a public relations firm that represented Rose and the band, and they defended Rose's actions and laid the blame flatly with the paparazzi. So back at that time, there was a little website called MySpace, and they published a statement on the band's MySpace page reading, "Axl Rose was unhurt last evening when he was accosted by a group of unruly paparazzi at Los Angeles International Airport." They also said at the time of the incident, Mr. Rose was en route to Taipei, Taiwan to kick off Guns N' Roses' tour of Southeast Asia, including shows in Taiwan, Korea, and Japan. Mr. Rose, who was about to enter a security checkpoint at LAX when the altercation took place, was approached by a group of unchecked and unruly photographers who became aggressive with the singer and female members of the traveling group. The statement continued that Rose was not injured during the unprovoked attack and was able to board his flight without further incident. So what exactly provoked Axl Rose? So according to TMZ and the photographer who was actually punched by Axl Rose, it looked like one of the female members of Axl's entourage, some people say it was Beta, got into a scuffle with the paparazzi upon entering LAX airport. Axl took note of this and then went after the paparazzi. So according to reports at the time, no airport security or police got involved with the scuffle, and LAX police told Rolling Stone at the time that they did not have record of the event on file. TMZ even reported that the photographer who was hit by Rose said that Rose had punched him in the head and that he had photos to prove it. Now what's funny is 3 days after the incident happened, someone posted again to Guns N' Roses' MySpace page writing that Axl Rose denies releasing a press statement regarding the rumored LAX incident. Axl publicly said, "I did not release any statement or authorize either any statement or anyone else to release a statement regarding anything at the airport anywhere." So the denial of denial goes even weirder, ending with, "And to any publications running with this, please feel free to tack on whatever negative agenda supporting nonsense you generally do. You know who you are. After all, it's only someone else's livelihood, you media police state. No fun, spoil sport, communist bastards." So there was a blog post that one of the paparazzi wrote about the event. This was about 5 years following the event. He talked about how it was his friend who Axl had punched, and he wasn't even there to take photos of Axl. Back in 2009, the Jonas Brothers were the big thing, and his boss had instructed him to get photos of the Jonas Brothers. He said they didn't really need photos of Axl. So according to his blog post, which I've linked to down below, he said, "First, I was the only paparazzo there. The rest of the people were autograph seekers. I was not supposed to do the job. Even my boss said we don't need pictures of him. Concentrate on the Jonas Brothers who were arriving at midnight. Axl was departing at 11:45. Because I had switched agencies, I wanted to show my boss I was a hard worker. I stuck around to shoot Axl, even though the pictures were probably worthless. What mattered was the autograph." So he also said that his boss was even there, but just as a fan. He also said that airport and Axl staff were up to funny business trying to sneak Axl to his flight. When Axl came out of his limo, he reeked of alcohol and he was stumbling around while his way too hot and young girlfriend tried to get him to security. Axl wasn't signing any autographs, so I knew something weird might happen. I gave my flip camera to an autograph seeker and told him that it was already recording, just to point and shoot. I was taking pictures of Axl when he suddenly freaked out and went to punch my coworker, who we were just there for the autograph. Because he wasn't signing anything, he started to take pictures, and Axl's manager, who he calls Mom, probably referring to Beta, blocked the camera. This made Axl believe his mom manager was basically in danger and launched a power punch to my coworker, who did not see anything coming. The autographer who was using my camera did a decent job of getting everything in frame, while Axl's helper called us bitches and did other stupid stuff showing a lack of professionalism. So a lot of the photos that you guys see or made publications were apparently from this paparazzi. So he also went on to say, we could have called the cops and got Axl arrested for battery assault, but my coworker was a fan of his and decided not to press charges. Axl missed his flight and postponed his Chinese tour. You're welcome, China. The story was never too big because no charges were pressed. Otherwise, it would have been much bigger. He said after the whole incident, we went to the Melody Bar right outside LAX to have a drink and wait for the Jonas Brothers, whose flight was delayed. They arrived past 1 a.m. and it was just Kevin Jonas, who acted pretty cool for being late at night. I saw Axl a second time on May 30th of 2010, but I barely have memory of that time. I've seriously seen so many celebrities per day that I forgot who I saw. But anyway, this day he seems to have recognized me since he looked at my camera plenty. I guess he was nice since there were no recorded attacks. So these are some of the photos that he took in 2010 of Axl and Beta. He also went on to say, my pictures of Axl made it to Rolling Stone magazine and other news outlets. I had some respect for him, referring to Axl, because I was a fan of Guns N' Roses in middle school. Now that's gone. I remember burning a GNR CD when burners were a new thing for the hottest girl in my school, and Sweet Child of Mine was one of the first songs I learned to play on guitar. But besides that, Guns N' Roses have no influence on my musical taste. So that does it for this episode of Guns N' Roses True Story. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and do you guys remember this event? I remember it just like it was yesterday, and it was pretty badass because, even 17 years after Axl incited riots in Montreal and St. Louis, he was still badass doing this kind of stuff, even as he got older. So let me know your thoughts down below, guys. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please share the video and subscribe if you love Guns N' Roses as much as I do. Also, go follow us on gnrcentral.com for the latest Guns N' Roses news. And you guys can also go support us on Patreon if you want us to keep making videos just like this. Take care.